Welcome to Taxidermy Truths, where we discuss the ins and outs of not only the taxidermy process, but the influences on the hunting community as a whole. With over 25 years in the wildlife and taxidermy industry, I host open conversations with artists, experts, and industry giants. From sustainable utilization to shipping rates, we dig into the reality of the experience after the safari and hear real stories worth remembering. Hi there, welcome to Taxidermy Truths. My name is Doug Cowcroft. With the amount of money that hunters invest in hunting, traveling, taxidermy, shipping, I think it's very important to mention that the care you put into your trophies has value. It's worth the effort. No one likes cleaning. I think as a child, it was my dread because I had my mother chasing me around to clean up. Today, I find I chase people around to clean up, and it's part of who I am. Taking the time to clean your trophies protects your investment. That's all there is to it. I have 5 tips, very simple, that I believe if followed with consistency will give you cleaner trophies that last longer. An important word, consistency. It's an ongoing relationship between you and your trophy. You cannot clean it once and expect it to stay that way. The world and environment we live in means that things pick up dust. We move homes. We change our decor. All of that impacts your trophy. So remember, it's a consistency thing. You need to consistently apply 5 simple processes to looking after your trophies. Let's get started. Number 1, humidity. Humidity is the enemy of taxidermy. More importantly, the variation between high humidity and low humidity is what causes trophies to tarnish and diminish over time. The textbook humidity for a trophy room is between 40 and 50%. This being said, what's more important is that you keep that humidity level consistent. In doing that, the leather, the skin, remains in a stable state. That stable state will mean that your trophy doesn't change in years to come. Point number 2, UV, natural sunlight. Now, I'm fair-skinned, so if I go in the sun, I put on sunscreen. We can't really sunscreen trophies. So we need to make sure that they are not exposed to natural light. If you consider a leather couch that's put in front of a window and you get that beautiful morning sunlight that comes through, over time, the leather starts to lighten in color and bleach. Because of the tanning of the capes in taxidermy, having an acid and various other chemical components, the sunlight with that acid component causes the hair follicle to bleach and become brittle. And this in time will age your trophy, and it won't look the same as it did when you hunted it. So point number 2, keep your trophy out of direct sunlight. Point number 3, dust. Keep your trophies clean. Whether it's with one of these static dusters or using a static cloth, clean your trophies at least twice a year. You'll find that the trophy retains its color better, the hair lies naturally, and it also doesn't attract insects. So get the dust off your trophies, keep them clean, and they're gonna last longer. That brings me to point number 4. Those little creatures that have no respect for how much money you've spent on your hunt or the taxidermy. Insects come in all shapes and sizes. You need to be vigilant and consistently check your trophies, because all it takes is one moth to start eating away at the hair follicle behind the ear, and soon you've got hair slip and hair falling off the trophy. Treating your environment with a broad spectrum pesticide is probably the best bet. We wouldn't suggest applying pesticide to trophies. There are numerous products on the market that have anti-pesticides or anti-pest chemicals in them. And these can be used to clean the trophies. But it's critically important that you do take note of your trophies and check them for weevils, mites, moths. To an insect, your trophy looks delicious. To us, an insect is a vermin that must be done away with. So please, look out for the insects. Last but not least, number 5, treat the trophy with care. Handle it gently. The ears are brittle, they're fragile. When you move a trophy, place it down gently. Don't let it roll and knock its nose and knock the eyes and knock the ears. These are beautiful works of art. And every time you have to fix them, they become older. You lose something in them. So by treating them with care, handling them gently, you're going to find they last longer. Constantly touching a trophy, for example, full mounts or pedestals. I've seen it many times in showrooms. There's a lion, and the first thing everyone wants to stroke the lion. It is best not to handle the trophies too much. There are natural oils in our hands that don't agree with the hair on the animal. So rather than manhandle the trophy, appreciate them. Look with your eyes, as my mother would have said to me, look with your eyes, not with your hands. But nevertheless, handle them with care. So there's my 5 points. Very simple. It sounds like common sense, but I learned a long time ago there's no such thing as common sense. Only sense, and it's not very common. So use these points, and I'm pretty confident that in years to come, you'll still be looking at beautiful trophies in a very similar condition to the day you received them. Let's run over those 5 points quickly. Number 1, humidity. Get the humidity constant. Number 2, UV. No direct sunlight. Number 3, dust. Keep them clean. It really makes a difference. Number 4, insects. Those little critters that have no respect for how much you've invested in your trophy. And lastly, handle them with care. These are amazing memories. And without these memories on so many hunters' walls, wildlife around the world wouldn't have the value that it has today. And we wouldn't have the diversity, nor would we have the volume of wildlife that we have in Africa. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. And I hope that this does help you to retain the beauty of these incredible trophies that you've harvested wherever your hunt may have taken you. I look forward to chatting to you again on another edition of Taxidermy Truths.